Right everyone, welcome back to Hampshire Spaniel Training. We're back for another one of Flo's vlogs. I think this might be episode 7 today, and in today's episode we're working on some basic straight sends, and you're in the first part of the video you're going to see me doing this on quite a big open piece of ground where she's having to travel and pick some retrievers. I think I might even do a tiny little bit of stop work there. And in the second part of the video, we're in one of my spaniel training fields where the cover's a lot longer. Again, we're doing marked retrieves, which she can definitely not see until she's right on top of them, with also some distractions involved in there. So with no ado, let's move on to episode 7, guys. So in this little video here, we're doing some quite basic stuff. They're what I call opposites. So it's just doing one retrieve in one direction and one retrieve in the other direction. And each time you do one, you can just send the dog a bit further, because as you walk out, you can put the next retrieve a bit further out. So typically here, I'm using very high vis dummies here, sit, so that as soon as I send the dog, hopefully she sees them really well. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm walking away from this one that I've placed down, and I'm going to put one in the opposite direction. I'm going to tell her to leave that, and then I'm going to pick the one that's in front of you guys on the camera. Leave that. Come back towards this one. Bit of hump whistle. Good girl. Now I'm walking back towards her because this is going to save me time. Good girl, good girl. Sit. Good girl, good girl. Flo recently lost most of her puppy teeth, so for a short period of time she was fumbling with the dummies bit, which is absolutely fine. So leave that. I'm going to turn. I'm going to walk back towards this one. Little bit of hump whistle. And again, if I walk towards her, I'll be able to throw this next one a bit further. She's still fumbling a little bit. Good girl. Heel. Sit. When I throw the dummies, I stand really still so that the dog keeps its eye on the retrieve and doesn't look at me. So each time, I can keep pushing that retrieve out a little bit further. Now you want to do this really, really gradually. Oh, that's my fault. You want to do this, good girl. You want to do this really, really gradually. That way, you minimize the chances of the dog losing confidence. And remember, what you can see from up here isn't the same as what the dog can see from down there. So you're quite a lot higher off the ground. So you might be able to see the retrieve, but the dog might not be able to. And you only want to incrementally increase the distance out very, very gradually. Jump up too many distances, you might find the dog doesn't go, goes halfway, gives up, hesitates, all sorts of stuff. It's nice this morning because it's been so hot and now it's cool, so you can get so much more out of them. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Here. Ah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Sit. This time I'm just going to leave her sat and throw it. Sit. Just there. Leave that. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. 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 Sit. I've been doing quite a lot of training in the woods, just doing left, rights and backs in the heat because it's so much cooler. Now, on the next retrieve coming back towards you guys, I'm going to have a go at stopping her. I've done this a few times. She's been great. You don't want to be doing this all the time, but I've just been testing my stop work and the back retrieve. So I'll pick this other one. Good girl. Come on. Really up, Piggy. This one's a bit tougher now because it's quite a bit further. Look. A little bit of hesitation as she was running out there, which is understandable. She's still not even 6 months old yet. Good girl. Coming back lovely and quickly. Well done. Good girl. Good girl. Just that's a little practice for what's coming next. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Good girl. She moved out to the side to stop a bit, but I'm still really pleased with that. Well done. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Now, as I said previously, that's not something I do all the time. Just doing it every now and then, just testing whether the stop whistle that I've been working on is starting to happen. It's not easy, especially as she could see the retrieve from where she was sat, so she could have easily ignored me there. But she's very biddable, very keen to please. So, right, we're going to pick this other one. Good girl. And then this will do her. Well done. Good girl. I'm always saying be the upbeat American school entertainer. Really, really upbeat. Good girl. Wait. Yeah, really pleased with that. Might pick this last one. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Well done. Right, little distraction. Put my wrong whistle in there. Wait. Good girl. Good girl. Like I say, she's still fumbling a bit because she still hasn't got all her adult teeth. Right, so in this next clip, we've brought Flo to a field that I do a lot of my spaniel training in. This is also great for doing some mark retrieves. Now, in this, at the beginning, I am throwing the dummy, doing a clap with my hands and sending the dog almost straight away. I'm going to be working on a few different little elements here and there within this session. It's not all working on one part. So on that first retrieve there, you saw me sending her straight away. I felt that she did slightly go early. So I'm just going to make her way. I had a little tug on the lead there. I don't know if you noticed that. Just to back myself up and make sure the dog doesn't go until I'm ready.
Good girl.
These aren't particularly long retrieves. They are into the wind.
Sit.
So she sometimes can be a little bit reluctant going out. So I'm trying to make one part harder, which is the fact that she won't be able to see the retrieve necessarily straight away. The other part is that I'm not sending her too far. I am sending her straight away though, no eye contact, which is slightly different from how I do my spaniels. She's getting to the area. I always try and put a little bit of hump whistle in, even if I know the dog's automatically going to pick it, because there's no better time for the dog to learn and recognize what the hump whistle means. I'm going to swivel her back round again. You can see I've got a little retrieving lead on here. So I'm going to give it a nice big throw again. You can see that she's marking where that lands, but this time I decide to do a little pirouette, and that's just to break it up and also to slightly disorientate her so that she has a mark out there, but the little bit of disorientation and the little bit of pause prior to sending her makes her be a bit more patient. So she's coming in nicely here with that delivery. Left hand lead, right hand retrieve. Another nice big throw there. Now this time I'm going to walk her away. Now I'd pre-planted and was also throwing a retrieve behind me. Now this is just a bit of a distraction retrieve. So she saw me throw a retrieve out there. I said, leave that. And then I'm going to point it for the retrieve that she'd previously seen thrown out. Getting her out to that area. Once again, a little bit of hump whistle. Trying to leave her to it though. I'm not trying to get caught up with doing any handling at this stage. Although she's very good at going left, right and back. It's not really about that here. It's about a piece of ground that's broken, so it's not so easy for the dog to find the retrieve. They can't see it instantly. I'm walking forwards here just to throw the retrieve, just to get a little bit more distance up. I'm also not going to be sending her from there, so that helps to break the retrieving up. I'm going to bring her back round. I'm going to sit her up. I'm going to send her back for one of the retrieves that was just slightly behind me. That's a distraction again, so she's got to try and pick that first. Then she brings it back nicely. Right hand retrieve. That goes back in my holster. Going to walk her forwards. Point her in the direction of the original retrieve. A little bit of hesitation there, and then we send her. It's very easy for some dogs to start hunting before they get to the area, and that's one of the things that we're working on here. Again, I'm trying not to intervene. The only thing that I would do at this stage really is a bit of hump whistle. She
Good
picks the
girl.
retrieve nice and clean there. Arms out just to make
Good
her
girl.
recognise where I am, although that might seem obvious. Again, she's not going to learn that arm gesture at any other time. Nice little rub on the chest, back in the holster. Lovely jubbly. Right, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this latest episode of Flo's vlog. Should be another one in about a month's time. She's still only about 5.5 months old at the moment. She's doing really great. I'm not putting loads of pressure on her. You probably see me doing quite a lot, but I actually really don't train her very much. She just soaks up everything I'm doing. Remember, quality over volume, that's really important. Choose moments when your dog's really up for its training. If you get it out and it's sluggish, just don't bother. If it's hot, don't bother. Just be patient. Quality, not volume. That really is the key at the beginning. And keep your dog a bit naive. That really is a key, especially with spaniels, but also even with the Labradors a little bit. Don't forget, if you're getting a puppy this spring, somebody looking for some help, advice and guidance, you can maybe look at my online training, which is all done through WhatsApp. Send me a message on our Facebook page, Hampshire Spaniel Training. I can send you some more information on that. Any training products you see me using, anything you see me using is available on our page, Spaniel Training Kit. Link in the description as well for that. Otherwise, guys, don't forget, like and subscribe, helps my channel. Otherwise, happy training. Come on.